Hi there, we are back again with the HR Masterclass series, and it's always a pleasure to be with you. I'm Kami Benny Smith, an HR expert, and I want to thank you for making the time to join us today. As usual, if you are new or yet to subscribe to this channel, remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss anything I share on this channel. Today's discussion is a special request from members who are falling victims to recruitment scams. As such, I'll be spending some few minutes to explain to you how to identify recruitment scams and not fall as another victim. Alright, in today's discussion, we are going to focus on what to look out for when dealing with recruitment scammers and how to prevent yourself from becoming another victim of a recruitment scam. So without wasting much time, let's get the ball rolling. Job hunting in itself can be frustrating in the best of circumstances without the added potential nightmare of having to deal with scammers. Unfortunately, recruitment scams have become a household name. As part of your job hunt process, you will mostly be required to upload your CV and share information with multiple sites, platforms and organizations in the hope that they are genuine recruiters or employers. One of the challenges with this approach is that most often than not, you're unable to tell if you are dealing with a genuine person or a faker trying to con you into giving away private information or your hard-earned money to them. Unfortunately, the latter has become such a big problem and many have fallen victims to these scams, so much that global companies who unfortunately have their company image being used to lure these victims have gone the extra mile to educate and inform the public of such people. Do not think for once that this is just coming. Scams of varying kinds have always been around, but the rise in the number of individuals seeking employment has led to a sharp increase in recruitment scams. So the question is, how will you be able to deal with these scammers and not fall to them as a victim as you embark on your job hunt? Before we go deep into this discussion, let's take a look at some of the scam appointment emails issued to victims. So this is a publication of job postings by a recruitment scammer. A post where legitimate organizations publish their job vacancies. You can imagine the number of job seekers that have fallen for these job postings. This is also an email of a job posting received by a victim. You can see how lucrative the job posting looks. On your screen is an appointment confirmation letter received by a victim, indicating the terms and conditions of employment, followed by another pre-employment congratulatory letter. This is interesting because from these emails, there are too many wrongs that should prompt you this is a scam and you must not fall for it. It is understandable that discomfort that comes with being unemployed can sometimes make you fall for scams like this. But hopefully by the end of this video, you wouldn't have to worry about becoming a victim to these scammers anymore. The aim of a recruitment scam is mostly either money or your personal and or financial information. They could also be attempting to get you to unconsciously launder money or pass on stolen goods. I'm going to share with you some of the common scam tricks used by recruitment scammers. I'll also share with you what to watch out for and what to do to prevent yourself from becoming the next victim of a scammer. The first and top on my list is the advance fee fraud. Most recruitment scammers will ask for some sort of money during the application process. They might call it an administrative fee or checks fee. Be careful of such requests and refrain from them. No genuine organization will ask you to pay money in order to apply for their job postings. The second is paying to participate in an aptitude or psychometric test. Most often, as a way of convincing you of their genuineness, after making the payment, you'll be invited to participate in the aptitude test and will later be informed you were unsuccessful, thus not making the selection for the interview. Another trick is you needing to pay to get a job. They may say they have got a job waiting for you or guarantee to place you in a job if you just pay a fee for certification, training materials or the expenses placing you with the company. But after you pay, the job doesn't seem to materialize. Employers and employment firms shouldn't ask you to pay for the promise of a job, which makes this so much wrong. The last trick I want to talk about is they asking you to make certain payments using your credit card or bank account information. Don't give out your credit card or bank account information over the phone to a company unless you are familiar with them and have agreed to pay for something. Anyone who has your account information can use it. You need to know this. So now that we know all of this, what are some of the things to look out for when job searching? From the emails I shared earlier, you'll realize that most of what I'm going to talk to you about existed in all of them, so keep an eye out for them during your job hunt. Point number 1. Poor grammar and or spelling mistakes in emails, letters or other communications. You'll realize that communication sent to you either through emails, social platforms or letters will have a lot of grammatical errors. This should prompt you in asking yourself a lot of questions. Point number 2. The messages they send to you are not personalized. Most of them are generalized. You realize that they don't have the time to write personalized communications to their targets, and as such draft a long message addressed to the general public. Point number 3. Being asked for money to perform checks or an administrative fee or other activities during the application process. Employers and employment firms do not and should not ask you to pay for their pre-screening process. This should be a high flyer prompt of a scam. Point number 4. Job offers or other recruitment communications from generic or public addresses such as Gmail, Yahoo Mail, and Hotmail. Most scammers use public email addresses in contacting their victims. Well-established organizations such as AngloGold Ashanti have company domains such as anglogoldashanti.com or for Apple, apple.com. These domains cannot be purchased by another person, and as such, for scammers to be able to trick you in believing they are coming from such companies, they either purchase a similar domain such as anglogoldashantis.com or use public email domains in reaching out to you. Be careful when responding to such emails. Be sure you are dealing with the right company address or email, or just copy the company domain and type it on Google and check to be sure it is the right organization you are dealing with. Point number 5. Offers of employment when you are not even looking for a job. You will observe that you will receive an appointment letter even when you haven't applied for such a role. They will try and lure you with a lucrative salary offers in an attempt to arouse your interest in the role. Just ignore such offers. In any case, you didn't apply for it, so why get tempted for that? Point number 6. Offers of employment when you haven't attended an interview. It is interesting. Yes, there is a possibility of you applying for the role, but when you haven't been shortlisted for the interview or been invited for the interview, and all of a sudden you see offer of employment being sent to you, that should prompt you are dealing with a scammer. So knowing all of this, how can you prevent yourself from becoming a victim of a recruitment scam? In summary, the following should help you in avoiding recruitment scam. Never hand over money. Don't share personal information or financial details until you are 100% sure that you are dealing with a reputable brand. Pay close attention to grammar and spelling. Check that the company relating to the job offer exists. Do they have a website or an active social media account with genuine followers? Check and confirm names and role titles used in emails, letters or other communications, and try reaching out. Contact the company using officially listed contact details and ask in person if the offer is genuine. If the role is abroad, don't hand over money or your bank details for travel arrangements, etc. Offer to pay this yourself. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Be especially cautious. And finally, check your bank statements regularly for suspicious transactions, especially if you've given your bank details out. Alright, this brings us to the end of today's discussion. I'm sure by now you would have obtained a lot of information that will help you in your scam-free job hunt journey. Go ahead and drop a comment below, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so you receive instant notifications whenever I upload a new video. If you have been a victim or target of a recruitment scam, kindly share your experience at the comment section so others can learn from it. At the end of this video, I'll be sharing some of my services that I provide. If you are interested, just click on the link and you'll be able to access my service. See you in the next video.